This is the ZINUS Linda mid-century wood platform bed frame, and I've been using it long enough to know what holds up and what doesn't. I picked it for the clean mid-century look, the promise of easy setup, and the fact that it doesn't need a box spring. I wanted a bed that looks great without costing a fortune, and this checked most of those boxes right away. On appearance and feel, the design delivers what the photos suggest. The spindled headboard looks airy instead of bulky, the tapered legs lift the frame visually, and the corners have a gentle curve that softens the whole profile. The finish reads as a deep brown with a dark pecan vibe under normal light, though in my opinion, the stain can lean a touch warmer or redder depending on your room lighting. The wood has a smooth, stained feel rather than a heavy lacquer, so it looks more natural. One detail that caught my eye right away is the exposed screws on the top rail of the headboard. They're not hidden and there aren't caps in the box. It doesn't ruin the look, but it breaks the clean line if you care about those little things. The overall silhouette still fits modern, minimalist, or mid-century rooms without fighting other furniture, which is one reason I chose it. From my experience, the setup is one of the strong points. The frame shows up in a single heavy box with all parts well packed and labeled. I built it with a friend in under an hour. The instructions are straightforward, and my box included a ratcheting Allen key that made the job much faster than a standard L-wrench. The slats are real wood and sit into the frame securely, and the center support uses steel, which helps with long span rigidity. Once assembled, the bed felt sturdy and stable on day one with no wobble. It supported my standard king mattress with no box spring, and the platform height around 12 inches made underbed storage easy. As for size, the outer dimensions are about 82.3 by 79 by 41.34 inches. The inner platform is slightly smaller than a standard king mattress, so the mattress overhangs by roughly half an inch on the sides. It's intentional for a snug look, but visually, it can look like the mattress is just a hair larger than the frame. If you're picky about flush edges, note that. Key features that matter in daily use are pretty simple. The slatted base supports memory foam, latex, or a hybrid mattress without extra springs underneath. The frame is solid wood with a steel center beam, and the stated capacity for the king is up to 700 pounds. Which is reassuring. The finish wipes clean with a dry cloth and seems to resist small scuffs. The overall height is friendly to most nightstands, and the headboard is tall enough to sit up against without feeling like it disappears behind pillows. The 5-year warranty is a nice bit of backup for peace of mind. Where the story changes a bit is the noise over time. Out of the box, it was quiet. After regular use, I started noticing a light creak when I sat at the edge or shifted a certain way. That's common with wood and metal frames because wood compresses a bit and hardware can ease up. A quick retighten of the bolts helped right away. I also added a small felt pad under one leg to account for a slightly uneven floor, and that helped too. I've found that doing a quick check of the joints every few months keeps the squeaks down. It's not high maintenance, but if you want absolute silence forever without touching a tool again, you should know that any bolt-together frame like this may ask for a tune-up now and then. On mine, the creaks don't signal anything loose or unsafe. They're just the usual contact points doing what they do. The point I kept coming back to is how the Linda balances style and practicality. The mid-century look reads correctly at a glance and up close. The frame is supportive with real slats, a steel center, and no need for extra gear. The assembly process is friendly, and the height plus leg shape makes a room feel bigger. What I didn't love is the exposed headboard screws and the slight mattress overhang. I'd also set expectations on finish color shifting a bit, depending on your lighting or batch, which is normal at this price, but worth noting. If small finish details are a deal breaker for you, that might be a sticking point. If you're flexible on those, the overall value is strong. It's perfect for someone who wants a mid-century look at a fair price, needs an easy build in a single box, and prefers a platform bed with reliable slat support. In my opinion, the Linda works great in a primary bedroom or a guest room, especially if you don't want to fuss with a box spring and you want something that looks more expensive than it is. If you're a light sleeper who's sensitive to any creak, consider that you may need to retighten bolts after some months. If you're a design purist who can't stand visible hardware on a headboard, that detail may get under your skin. I'd recommend this for renters and first-time homeowners who need a stylish, sturdy bed that's easy to move and reassemble. I'd recommend it for guest spaces because it looks polished and holds up to occasional use with minimal attention. I'd also recommend it for anyone fine with basic upkeep, like checking bolts a few times a year. If you want zero maintenance and museum-grade finishing, this isn't that kind of piece, but the price reflects that. In conclusion, the ZINUS Linda mid-century wood platform bed frame nails the look, builds fast, and supports a king mattress without a box spring. The trade-offs are honest. A few visible screws, a slightly smaller platform than the mattress footprint, and possible creaks that respond well to a quick tighten. For the cost, it's a well-balanced choice with real style and solid day-to-day function. If that mix lines up with what you need, it's an easy pick. If this video helped, please subscribe to the channel and drop your questions or your own experience in the comments. Thank you for watching.